back to Dark History Diaries. Can you believe that the renowned architect behind many iconic buildings in New York was shot dead in his own architectural creation, Madison Square Garden? This is a tale of lust, seduction, and jealousy that you won't want to miss, so grab some popcorn and let's dive right in. Stanford White was not just any architect. He was one of the most celebrated figures in New York City, known for his dazzling designs that shaped the skyline. He co-founded the architectural firm McKim, Mead White, responsible for iconic buildings like Madison Square Garden, the Washington Arch, and the original Pennsylvania Station. His work blended classical elements with a modern touch, earning him accolades and a place among the elite in American architecture. White was also known for his charm and charisma, which drew in influential patrons and beautiful women alike. One of those women was Evelyn Nesbit, a stunning actress and model who would become central to this dramatic tale. Born in 1884, Evelyn was not just a pretty face, she was a rising star in the theatre world, captivating audiences with her beauty and talent. Her career took off when she became a chorus girl and model, quickly earning the title of the it girl of her era. Evelyn's life took a turn when she met Stanford White while working as a model. In the spring of 1900, White was smitten by her youthful beauty and sophistication. He pursued her relentlessly, showering her with flowers and gifts, until he eventually won her over with his charm. Their romance became the talk of the town, but it was far from a fairy tale. Evelyn was just 16 when she met White, who was more than double her age. While he initially dazzled her with attention and lavish gifts, their relationship soon became complicated. Behind the glamour, darker elements were at play. Evelyn later claimed that White had taken advantage of her naivety and that their relationship was filled with manipulation and control. She became entangled in his world, which included connections to high society and a notorious reputation. In a chilling testimony, Nesbit would recount that one evening, White invited her to his apartment for dinner, where he gave her champagne and possibly drugs before assaulting her while she was unconscious. Their affair escalated, leading to swirling rumors. White was known for his playboy lifestyle, and Evelyn wasn't the only young woman in his life. He had a history of seducing actresses and models, leaving a trail of heartbreak. Despite this, Evelyn remained infatuated with him, caught in a web of emotional turmoil. Things took a turn when Evelyn's mother discovered their relationship and became alarmed by White's influence over her daughter. This led to a rift between them, and Evelyn eventually broke off their affair. However, the damage was done, and she found herself trying to escape the clutches of a man who had changed her life forever. Around this time, Harry K. Thaw entered the picture. Thaw was a wealthy heir from Pittsburgh, known for his volatile personality and mental health issues. He met Evelyn in 1900, and they quickly fell in love. However, the shadow of Stanford White loomed large over their relationship. Thaw was deeply jealous of White, viewing him as a rival for Evelyn's affections. The tension between the two men grew as Thaw and Evelyn became engaged. The tipping point came on June 25, 1906, at Madison Square Garden, a venue designed by White himself. That night, Thaw confronted White, fueled by jealousy and rage. Witnesses reported that he pulled out a revolver and shot White 3 times, killing him instantly. Chaos erupted in the garden, and Thaw was arrested on the spot. 19-year-old Lawrence Grant White, who was with him at that time, was left feeling completely guilt-ridden after his father was killed. He couldn't shake off the thought, if only he had gone to Philadelphia, it was a trip they had planned, and that thought haunted him. Years later, he reflected on that tragic night, writing about how, while he was enjoying a performance at Madison Square Garden, his father was shot from behind by a crazed guy who had the money to tarnish Stanford's name during the crazy trials that followed. It's a heartbreaking twist, especially when you think about how Lawrence was there but couldn't save him. During the investigation, Thaw claimed that he acted to protect Evelyn's honor, painting White as a predator who had exploited her youth. This narrative fueled public sympathy for Thaw, as many viewed him as a wronged husband defending his wife against a manipulative older man. The media coverage of the trial was sensational, drawing in a captivated audience eager for every detail. Evelyn took the stand during the trial, recounting her tumultuous relationship with White and the emotional abuse she endured. Her testimony painted a vivid picture of a young woman manipulated by an older man, caught in a destructive cycle of love and betrayal. The courtroom was filled with spectators eager to hear her story, and the trial became a spectacle, with reporters documenting every moment. As the trial progressed, more revelations about Stanford White's relationships with other women emerged. It was revealed that he had a history of seducing young actresses, further complicating his legacy. The case highlighted the darker side of fame and the complexities of love and jealousy. After White's murder, newspapers investigated his life, revealing a troubling pattern. White family historian Susanna Lessard noted, "The process of seduction was a major feature of Stanford's obsession with sex, and it was an inexorable kind of seduction which moved into the lives of very young women, sometimes barely pubescent girls who would be unlikely to resist his power, and his money and his considerable charm." Ultimately, Harry Thaw was found not guilty by reason of insanity. Instead of facing prison time, he was committed to a mental institution, which outraged many. This outcome sparked heated debates about mental illness and the justice system, leaving a lasting impression on society. Evelyn, meanwhile, struggled to rebuild her life after the trial. The media portrayed her as a victim, but the scandal left a mark on her career and personal life. The once promising actress found it difficult to escape the shadow of her past, and her career never fully recovered. After spending several years in the asylum, Thaw was released in 1910. He and Evelyn attempted to reconcile, but their relationship was strained, and they ultimately divorced in 1913. This marked the end of a turbulent chapter for both of them. The murder of Stanford White remains a cautionary tale about love, jealousy, and the consequences of violence. It raised questions about the relationships between men and women, especially in a society where power dynamics were often skewed. In the end, Stanford White's architectural legacy is overshadowed by the tragic events surrounding his death. His brilliance as an architect is often forgotten, while the scandal surrounding his murder continues to be a part of New York's data milieu. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the murder of Stanford White. If you found this story intriguing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more captivating tales from Dark History Diaries. Until next time.